everyone, and welcome back to my channel for the first video in 2020. My name is Hannah, and today I want to talk about 7 things that you can do to improve your life in 2020. So these are all super easy tasks that you can do over the next couple of days and weeks to improve your life. I'm actually going to be doing all of those tasks myself, and I'm going to be making some separate videos about some of the topics. So if you want to see them, then make sure that you're subscribed to this channel and also hit the bell so you get notified whenever I post a video. I can't even take myself seriously saying this because that's like the exact sentence that everyone says, but if you do want to make sure that you get a notification when I upload, because that's just how YouTube works, make sure that you do hit the bell. That would be really, really cool. And without further ado, let's get on into the 7 tips. So the first thing that you can do is to do an admin day, aka get shit done day. This is basically a day where you do all those things that have been sitting on your to-do list for the longest time that you just didn't get to or didn't want to get to, like things around the office, admin related tasks, scheduling doctor's appointments, bank appointments, filing papers, fixing things around the house, taking something to the donation. All of those tasks, I'm sure you have a list of those things as well. And even if you're not thinking about them consciously, you know that you have to do them subconsciously at some point. And I guarantee you, by picking a day, scheduling them in, and doing as many things as possible in that one day, you will feel so much better and relieved and stress-free. And all you have to do is look into your calendar and see where you schedule in those appointments, and you will feel so much better. If you want to make it a little bit more fun, maybe put on a fun playlist or an audiobook or a podcast, anything that gets you into the mood. And either way, you will feel so much better at the end of that day, and it will make the biggest difference long-term in your life. So highly recommend. Number 2 is decluttering and cleaning your home. Now, you probably have heard about the KonMari decluttering method. If you haven't tried it yourself, I can highly recommend it. Even though it takes a little bit of time, it is actually so worth it in my opinion. I did it at the beginning of last year and it has stuck with me. I have incorporated this into my life. I recommend it to everyone that I know. I'm such a big fan of this method. If you don't know the KonMari method yet, basically it's a method of decluttering your items in categories versus individual rooms. But I will have some resource links in the info box if you want to learn more about it. If you've done the whole KonMari decluttering already, I recommend doing a little mini decluttering. My boyfriend and I are currently doing that in our apartment, just seeing things that we have maybe accumulated over the past year that we now want to get rid of. Yeah, in general, just deep cleaning the apartment. It will make you feel so much fresher and brighter, and I always find that a tidy space equals a tidy mind, and it just really helps me for my productivity, so I can only recommend it to you. And yeah, cleaning is always a good idea, so why not start off the new year with a good old declutter and cleaning session. Speaking of decluttering, my next tip is to actually declutter your digital space. This is something I think a lot of people overlook, but to me it is just as important to have a clean digital space as it is to have a clean physical space. So clean your email inbox, make sure that all of those random named folders, you sort their content, you go through all of your data. If you acquire a lot of data like me, I make videos, I have client projects, a lot of things tend to pile up. So I am in the middle of actually doing like a thorough cleaning and reorganizing of all of my data. I'm pointing to this area because that's where my laptop is currently. But I just think that is super important and a lot of people tend to forget. So don't forget, kids, clean your laptops. Number 4 is to fix what's broken. If you came across something in your decluttering that is actually broken, but you do want to keep it, or you have something that's been sitting in a corner and you know that you have to fix it, just fix it. Glue whatever has been shattered, stuff the hole in your sweater, re-sew whatever needs to be re-sewn. Just fix it in order to enjoy your new, actually usable item. Number 5 is to create a vision board. This is something that I talked about in my last video, and I like to create a vision board in order to remind myself of my goals and dreams and things that I want to achieve. I like to create one for my digital space and one in my physical space so I can look at it as often as I possibly can. And I'm actually going to be doing a whole separate video on how to make a vision board, or at least how I do mine, with a little DIY action in there. So make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss that. I find creating a vision board is super helpful in manifesting what I want to happen and just seeing all of the things that I want to do in my life. And I'm looking over there because that's where my vision board is. I need to revamp you for 2020. This is still 2019's vision board, but we will fix that soon. Number 6 is to learn something new. Now, this doesn't have to be an overwhelming task of signing up for a huge online class and doing homework and assignments and all of that. If you do want to do that, that's really great. Go ahead and do that. But it can be something as simple as reading an article, educating yourself on a topic that you've always wanted to learn more about, watch a YouTube tutorial or a Skillshare class, anything like that. It is super beneficial to always learn and grow as a person. If you have a goal in 2020 that requires you to learn a new skill, then this is the perfect opportunity and you can take the first steps towards doing that. If you have a class that you want to sign up for, go ahead and do that. Schedule it into your calendar. Learning, growing, this is what this channel is all about. So yes, of course, I would mention learning something new. And last but not least, tip number 7 is to schedule something fun for 2020 to look forward to. This can be anything as big as scheduling in a holiday, booking tickets to a concert or event, or a class, like I said, maybe a fun class like pottery, punch needle stitching, rock climbing, anything like that. Just schedule it into the new year. It doesn't have to cost any money as well. You can schedule in a date with a friend or a loved one to do something free, maybe cook together or watch a movie, anything like that. The more things you have sprinkled around the year that you can look forward to, the better, because I find it's always a little nicer to have something to look forward to in the future that really gets you pumped. So yeah, schedule at least one thing into your calendar right now. It only takes a couple of minutes, so go and do it. And those were 7 things that you can do right now or over the next couple of days that will improve your life in 2020 and hopefully beyond that as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did. Let me know in the comments below which one you're gonna tackle first. I'm actually in the middle of tackling some of them and I will do all of them within the next couple of days and weeks. I wanna get all of those out of the way by the end of January so we can all do them together. If you're doing any of those and you wanna let me know, make sure you follow me on Instagram. You can always send me messages there and stuff as well. And yeah, I hope you have a lovely day and I will see you in my next video. Bye!